So we're going to be doing an upper body focus Pilates session today. So if you just want to find the center of your mat, placing your feet in the center in line with the hips, chest up, shoulders back, and just gazing forwards. Nice and tall, you really want to lengthen to the ceiling. Take a big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. You want to keep that core engaged the whole way through and all these pelvic floor muscles engaged. In through the nose and out through the mouth, just getting used to that breathing. Inhale, exhale. We're going to drop the chin to the chest, ear to shoulder, and take it into some nice neck rolls the whole way round. We're just going to get everything mobilized, head to toe. If that doesn't feel natural for you, you can just stick with half circles at the front. Keeping that breathing flowing, maintaining that tall posture, lengthening to the ceiling. And we reverse those circles, taking it the opposite way. In through the nose and out through the mouth and back to center. We lift the shoulders to the ears and glide them down the back. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, drawing them back. We've just got a couple of reps here. Like I said, just getting everything mobilized. We've got 4 more. For 3, 2. On that last one, we're going to take it into big arm circles. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Again, working on that shoulder mobility. We've got 3, 2. On the last one, we're going to keep the arms lifted, stretching nice and tall, pulling the fingers and the toes apart. Inhale, we're going to lift onto our tiptoes. We hold it here. Inhale, exhale, and we just bring everything back down. Like I said, a little bit of mobilization and just warming everything up head to toe. You're going to come to the top or the back of your mat, whichever, and we're going to start with our roll downs, and from there we're going to take it into some upper body movements. Like I said, this session is solely upper body focused. Obviously it is Pilates, so you will still feel that work in the core as well. Inhale, we drop the head to the chest and we round through the spine. So we're just getting started with our roll downs. Keeping a soft bend in the knee. Inhale, as we exhale, we draw back up. Nice and slow. Head should be the last thing to come up. Inhale, exhale, we repeat. So we're really curving through the spine, tucking everything under. Letting the arms and the head hang. And we roll back up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Imagining that your spine is like a chain. Inhale, exhale. Last one on these. We pause for a moment at the bottom. And then we roll back up through that spine, nice and controlled. Head should be the last thing to come up, and we take it into a big stretch. Inhale, exhale, all the way around. We're going to bring that shoulders in line, hands in line with the shoulders, palms facing the floor. From here, we're just going to do some little circles, facing forwards. We're still at the top of our mat, working on the shoulders. So we've got kind of 3 moves to start with the roll downs included. The first muscle we are focusing on is the shoulders, so the delts. Inhale, exhale, just circles with the arms, not too big, not too small, just however feels right for you. And we're going to reverse those the opposite direction. Still keeping that thoracic breathing flowing, keeping that core engaged. You don't want to be arching the spine or losing that tall posture. You might feel that sensation a little bit in those shoulders now. We've got 3, 2, last one. We're going to bring the arms above the head, palms facing forwards. We bring them down to shoulder height and press. Inhale, exhale. Like I said, you might feel that little burn in the shoulders now, just pushing through as we work on that upper body strength. Inhale, exhale, just bringing it to shoulder height. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. We keep the elbows in line with the shoulders, palms facing forwards. We're going to bring it in and back. Inhale, we close in. Exhale, we open. Nice and controlled. We're working on those shoulders. Feel that sensation in through the nose and out through the mouth. We've got 5, 4, push through that burn for 3, last 2, and final 1. We're going to bring the arms down, and at the same time we round through the spine. Nice and slow, just like we did at the start. We bring the hands to the mat, we walk out into our high plank, hands in line with the shoulders, core nice and strong, hips in line with the body. Inhale, obviously we're working on that shoulder strength. We're going to tap one side and back. Inhale, exhale, we're working on that shoulder strength. You want to try and keep the hips and core as still and stable as you can. If you are struggling, maybe think about dropping one knee or maybe even dropping both. Just doing what feels best for you. Inhale, exhale. We've got 4, nice and controlled, for 3, for 2, 1, hold in that plank for 3, 2, 1, nice and slow. We walk the hands back towards the feet. Big breath in and out. Just hold in there. Inhale, we drive up, pushing through the heels. Head should be the last thing to come to the top. Just giving the upper body a little bit of a shake. Should have felt that a lot in the shoulders, maybe a little bit of that burning feeling. Big breath in, exhale out through the mouth. We're going to do a roll down again. So from here, we'll roll down, walk into our high plank. Then we're going to go into some push-ups. We're working on the triceps. So you want to keep the hand in line with the shoulder. Elbows are going to come slightly backwards. So you're driving the elbows next to the waist rather than out. And you're going to feel that in the back of the arms. So triceps specifically, not the chest. So it's important to keep the hands in line with the shoulders. Inhale, exhale, head to chest. We round through the spine again. Nice and controlled. So we're going on to that second upper body muscle. We've started with shoulders and we're working on the triceps. So we keep the hands in line with the shoulders. We drop the knees. Inhale, lower the chest. Exhale, push away. Inhale, exhale. Like I said, elbows are coming backwards, just by the waist. We're working on the triceps, so the back of the arms. We've got 3, 2, nice and controlled. Last one, push away. We come back to high plank. Inhale, exhale, hold for 3, 2, 1. And again, we walk those hands back towards the feet. Holding it there, just taking a big breath in and out through the mouth. From here, we drive through the heels, roll up through the spine. Head should be the last thing to come up. Taking a big breath in, maybe just doing some little arm movements, giving things a shake again if you feel a little bit achy. We've done shoulders, we've done triceps. We're going to work onto the chest now. So with those push-ups, hands were in line with shoulders, working on the back of the arms. This time you're going to bring the hands a little bit wider and elbows are going slightly to the side, working on the pecs. You should feel that in your chest. Inhale, exhale, we round through the spine again. Nice and controlled. We bring the hands to the mat. We walk out again into our high plank. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1, we lower the knees. We bring the hands to the edge of the mat, working on the chest rather than the triceps now. Inhale, we lower the chest. Exhale, push away. So elbows are coming slightly to the side. Hands are on the edge of the mat, so wider than before. Inhale, lower the chest. Exhale, push away. We've got 3, 2, last one, big press, and we're just going to take it into a child's pose. Have a second there. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Maybe bringing those arms by the side if they're feeling a little bit achy. Nice and slow. Just bring yourself to seated. Again, maybe doing some shoulder rolls. Taking a big breath in and out through the mouth. So we've done shoulders, triceps, chest, and we're going to move on to the back. I'm just going to move this a little higher. So I'm not crushing it. We're going to come back to our all fours. Core nice and strong. We take one leg back and the opposite. We hold the high plank again, making sure core is nice and strong, hips are in line with the body. From here, we're going to lower onto our stomachs, just using the upper body strength in our arms. Inhale, elbows backwards, all the way to the mat, and we push into that cobra. And we just lower that chest to the floor. So like I said, we're going onto some back work now, into our swan dive, back extensions. Elbows are in line with the shoulders, and you've got a sort of right angle here. Palms flat, head and chest facing the floor. So if there was a mirror here, you would be constantly looking at yourself. You want to keep your neck in line with that neutral spine. You don't want to be taking it out of that and extending. Okay? Core nice and strong. With the legs, you don't want them to hover, keeping everything secure. We're just working on the upper part of the body. Okay? Inhale. We lift the head and chest. We still stay facing that imaginary mirror. As we exhale, we lift the arms, squeeze the upper back, we extend, bringing it back, we lower, and the head and chest follow. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Exhale, arms, we extend, and repeat. Nice and controlled, just going at your own pace. If it does feel a little too much with the extension of the arms, just keeping them here. Inhale, exhale, thinking of that mind to muscle connection in the upper back. Nearly done, we've got 3. Inhale, exhale. We've got 2. And last one, squeeze in that upper back and just rest in the head. Having a second here. Inhale, exhale. Just bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to push back into that cobra stretch. Inhale, exhale. And we push back to child's pose. Nice and slow, just bringing yourself back to seated. In through the nose and out through the mouth again. We're just gonna do some slight shoulder rolls, lifting the shoulders to the ears and gliding them down the back. Inhale, exhale, and we're gonna take that into big circles. We're going to keep the arms on level with the shoulders, palms facing forwards. I'll just come to face you so you can see a little bit better. Inhale, we're going to hug the arms in. Exhale, open the chest, slightly lifting the head. This one's really good for that posture as we just cool off and stretch everything out. Inhale, Exhale, we've got 3 left. So you're just giving yourself a hug and opening. Final one. Opening that chest. We reach to the ceiling. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Just bringing the hands to the mat. Tucking the toes and pushing to standing. Nice and tall. We come back to the center. Just finding yourself, finding the center. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, exhale. We take one last big stretch. Reach into the ceiling. In through the nose, out through the mouth. We bring it all the way around and we finish.